Hi there, Greg Seeto here from Fishing World magazine. I'm here on the New South Wales South Coast at the Hobie factory, here with Greg Lewis from Hobie. Out of the box, the Hobie fishing kayaks, they're a pretty comprehensive unit. You can pretty much pick them up from your dealer and take them straight to the water and fish from them. But one of the most popular accessories is the addition of a sounder. Hobie sell full kits, including sounder and installation kits, ranging from your basic black and white models all the way up to full colour GPS chart plotting units. So Greg, I've just picked up my kayak from the dealer and I want to install a sounder. I understand that you sell complete DIY kits. Can you run us through the different sounders that are available and the different kits that are available to me?
Yeah, sure. We have a wide range of sounders. We've got 5 in our range. Starting at under $200 is the X4 Pro. It's a 3.5-inch grayscale sounder. Leading on from that, we have the X67, which is the same size sounder as that, but it's a colour version. Then we have a 5-inch screen, the Mark V Pro, and then the Elite 5X, and then the Elite 5, which is a 5-inch screen colour chart plotter sounder. We've got 2 kits for the installation of the sounders. Basically, we have the smaller kit here, which suits the X4 Pro and the X67. It runs on AA batteries that can be recharged. And then we move on to the larger kit that has a much larger battery, 9 amp hour battery, and that's more suited for powering the larger 5-inch screens with more power.
Sure. And are there any other accessories that we'd need to install our sounder?
Yep, absolutely. You'll need your fish finder mounts to actually mount your head unit onto your kayak. We carry the ram mounts. Again, we have 2 sizes, one for the smaller sounders, and then another one for the larger 5-inch screen sounders.
So Greg, I understand the actual installation process of these sounders with your kits is a relatively simple process. Can you run us through that?
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very easy. Minimal tools are required, just a drill, a Phillips head screwdriver and an adjustable wrench, and then of course your fish finder installation kit.
So Greg, what's the first thing you need to do when you're installing the sounder?
Okay, the first thing you need to do is read through the detailed instructions that come in the fish finder installation kit. They list all the tools you'll need and the process you need to undertake the job with. First thing you'll be doing is gluing in the transducer pad. Now the important thing with installing your transducer is to locate it in an area where it's going to be out of the way and also give you the best possible signal. In the Hobies, we recommend locating your transducer glued in behind the mast tube. It's important to glue the pad in first, put a weight on and get that solid before you move on to the next process. It takes about half an hour for that to glue in and be settled. Once that's done, you take your marine goop and you fill it with about 3 to 4 millimeters of goop inside that well, inside the transducer pad.
Yep.
Then what you do, and this is the very important thing, is when you insert your transducer into that pad, you need to roll it in very slowly. Don't push it in because that will create air bubbles. Air bubbles between the transducer and the bottom of your hole will give you false readings. Once I've located that into the pad, I'll put a piece of tape across the top just to hold it vertically and then leave it to set for 24 hours before moving on to the next stage of the installation.
Greg, we got the transducer installed correctly in the correct place. We've come to the point now where we're going to install our head unit onto the kayak. Can you run us through that?
Yeah, sure. Installing the head unit, really important thing to get it where you want it. It's a very personal thing. Some people fish with their left hand, other people fish from their right hand. So that's one thing to take into consideration when you're deciding which side of the kayak you want to mount your head unit on. Similarly, if you're in a paddle kayak, when both hands are generally full, a lot of people like to mount their head unit in the center of the boat. What I always tell people to do is before they start drilling, is to sit in their kayak and visualize themselves out on the water and imagine that they are actually fishing or using their kayak, and then work out what feels the most comfortable for them. In this instance, we've mounted the head unit on the right hand side of the kayak. I'm personally am right-handed, so I like to use my right hand to press the buttons to make the necessary adjustments to my sounder. To install the mount, it's very straightforward. The rail mounts come with a backing plate and 2 stainless steel nuts and bolts. It's always important to through bolt any fitting to the deck of your kayak. Self-tapping screws simply won't be strong enough. So once you've located a position for your fish finder mount, simply mark the 2 holes, drill them and through bolt, and your fish finder mount is installed on your kayak. So once your fish finder mount has been installed, the last thing to do is just run your cable, the power cable from the transducer through the hole. Just simply drill a hole through the deck of the boat. Use the rubber grommet that comes with the fish finder kit. That will seal the hole, and then all that's left to do is for you just to connect up your battery source, and that's included in the kit as well. Everything's very straightforward, everything's written in the instructions, and everything you need is included in the kit.
Well, there you have it. The installation process onto a kayak is a very simple one. And once you've installed a sounder, I'm sure you'll agree it'll open up lots of opportunities with your kayak fishing.